this is the story that makes so much more sense now in a really metaphorical, universally divine way now that I'm back home and it's registering a little bit more. And I just woke up, so coffee, breath, and frog vocal tone. Help me. I was leaving Fredericksburg after spending my birthday there with one of my favorite families on this planet, and I was sick. I was like getting like sicker, but I mean, that's not the point. But I haven't been sick in over like a year, and I was sick on my birthday, which is kind of crazy. But I was leaving Fredericksburg the next morning, and I happened to look outside my bus door and noticed that my doorknob fell off. And my doorknob falling off, of course, I was like, well, this is annoying. And also just so weird. It's weird. And then I was making my way to Alamogordo KOA because that's where I was going to rest for 2 nights in some pretty decent weather before I made my way to Yuma. And then Joshua Tree after Yuma. But I plan on staying in Yuma for a little bit because I was told to visit there, even though I was also told not to visit there. So take it or leave it. But you know me, you tell me not to do something, probably gonna do it. Yeah. So I went up this mountain. It took me up a mountain, and I ended up coming into this like little town, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna stop here for baked good. I've been driving for 4 hours. Why not stop and pull over and give everybody a break and enjoy myself? And also this little town looks interesting. It looks like I might find some cool trinkets here. So pulled over, opened the main cabin of the bus, let the cats know that I am gonna go find a baked good, and it's full of the steam, and that's where the engine overheating and the coolant tank explosion hit. And I was like, oh, this seems like a big deal. This seems like I might be here for a minute until I can get some repairs, because I was in the middle. I was in the middle. And yeah, that's where my story began. But back to the doorknob. I then proceeded to be stuck in that area for 2.5 months. 2 months, like, yeah, about 2 months. And when I think about the doorknob falling off, it was like a funny little metaphor or sign from the universe that the door was just going to be shut, and shut there, even though it wasn't, not in reality, but a metaphorical type of way. The door was going to be shut, and that was going to become my chamber of like internal emotional and mental evolution, where stillness became a lifestyle, and stillness became more of who I was. And I couldn't change that. You know, I could ride my bike, I could go for a walk, I could go explore, but even like somewhere like in Alamogordo, and you know, in Cloudcroft, it was like more so not really a lot of things to do physically or like entertain myself with, and I didn't have a car, right? So I had my bike, and while I am completely aware that one of the biggest things or themes of like this trip for me was need to like let go of control, because like literally everything is out of our control. Everything. I have no control over anything. besides how I feel and how I energetically move through this world, and that's it. So I love taking those little symbols and kind of pairing them up, and being in that stillness was, it was rough because it just felt like everything was so fast paced leading up to that moment. Like everything in my life, everything, like for my last 36 years on this planet, like felt like it was like going a bajillion miles an hour, and then not.